He has been in the country for the past 3 days, and on Tuesday he came face-to-face with President Adama Barrow, a meeting that forms part of his official trip to the Gambia. He spoke to reporters shortly after he came out of his closed-door meeting with the president.
The objective of this mission is really to continue the process of consultation with the Gambia. We regularly have consultation on various issues of common interest. So we took this opportunity to see a bit how the situation, for example, of the COVID-19, sanitary situation, and the impact on the economy. And we were very pleased to notice that with all the action taken by the government and the authorities, the sanitary situation of the COVID-19 has really improved. And we really commended the authorities for that, for the work that has been done. You know, we are following this situation at the regional level. The impact on the economy also, we have discussed that, and the government has been taking action to revive some of the sectors that have been impacted, as many countries have been impacted by the COVID-19, various economic and social sectors in many countries of Ecowas. So we are very pleased for all the measures that the government is taking, has been taking and is taking, and we are confident that all those actions will allow the country, the economy to really continue on its growth path, and which is really good for the Gambian and the Gambia and also for Ecowas region.
Since Ecowas forces were unleashed in the Gambia 3 years ago, huge sums of money have been spent in maintaining them. The ECOWAS Commission President says they get their money through contributions from member states and partners.
The resources that are being used to support the ECOMIG here in the Gambia, the same way we supported ECOMIB in Guinea-Bissau, because, we closed our mission in Guinea-Bissau last September, just 2 months ago. Is coming from the contribution of member states of ECOWAS. It has to be very clear. Of course, we also have support from some of our partners outside with whom we work. We have partners that support us in many activities, not only in security and peace and political support, in economic, social, humanitarian, infrastructure. So some of our partners, such as, for example, the European Union, support us also for our forces that we have on the ground. So those are the main sources of resources to finance those operations.
He also addressed the issue of the stay of economic forces in the Gambia.
The decision of the ECOMIG to leave the country, is something that, of course, is discussed with the country. We discuss with the country. It's done, as I told you, it's done in consultation, and we have several structures for those decisions. We have the committee of the 15 chief of staff, army staff of the member countries, that meet and discuss those things, because we're talking about military mission. And then we also have the Council of Peace and Security, the ministerial meeting. We have the Minister of Defense, Minister of Foreign Affairs, that meets all the 15 countries. And then they also, after that, make a recommendation to the head of state, to the summit, which take the final decision. So it's a process. But again, what is important is that those processes, as I explained to you, are done really in consultation, because the key is always to maintain, really, as I said, peace and stability. We need to make sure that this is maintained. So I think those consultations allow us at the regional level, at the level of ECOWAS, to make the best decision that is good for the country and the region.
The Barrow administration has been advancing various reform programs, but the voting down of the draft constitution by the National Assembly is seen in some quarters as a major blow to its reform program. ECOWAS is of the view a new constitution is an important priority that needs achieving.
We also discussed the many important reforms that are ongoing, particularly the reform on the constitution. You know, it's a very important reform project. We were informed about the recent evolution in the National Assembly, but also steps that have been taken by the authorities to really make sure that this process is ongoing. Ecowas, of course, is very keen in supporting, working and accompanying, supporting the authorities, because a new constitution that is really broad-based, that is supported by the majority of the Gambian, will be really a very important basis to support future social, political, economic, and human development. So we can only stand behind the Gambian, stand behind the government, the authorities, to continue to work together, to reach out to the maximum, to the largest possible. We understand the steps that have been taken to really make sure that this process continues. And ECOWAS will support the country and support the authorities.
Kasi Bro on Tuesday first had a general meeting with President Barrow and his top advisors. The president's advisors later left the room to allow just the two of them to discuss certain issues in private. Lamin Jai, News Review.